Breaking news that the Wayfarer Foundation is calling it quits. Now, could this be for liability reasons? Maybe they don't want their foundation to get sucked dry because of the pending lawsuit.
We need to redo the movie industry again. What's happened is people are coming out of a position of fear because they're afraid of losing money. So I would say that it's reasonable to say that there shouldn't be
The Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni drama is getting wild. It's got everything.
We don't need this Blake Lively, please. There are real women, by the way, who are being... I want you to understand this. There are real survivors of like women who did nothing, were walking to their car and a stranger. And that's what makes me angry. When everybody is achieving this fake victimhood, is that it makes nobody believe the real victims. And you diminish their stories when you're just like a flippant, arrogant, C-list actress who married another person who's arrogant and flippant. And you're both narcissists and you just want to take a movie. Like, shame on you. We're seeing this through the end.
Celebrities at war, millions of dollars on the line, and innocent people caught in the crossfire.
So I'm just like deep in the Baldoni Blake Lively suit because I'm like, this is amazing. There's so many layers of that lawsuit that are just absolutely incredible. But the reason people are being drawn to this lawsuit is not because it's gossip. It's not like, you know, the Kardashians, watching like a season of the Kardashians and things like that. It is like one of the most evil Hollywood plots.
You know how they say truth is stranger than fiction? Well, buckle up, because what I'm about to tell you couldn't be scripted better by Hollywood's finest writers. This isn't just another celebrity catfight. Real lives are hanging in the balance.
And then let's just do one almost like super close.
Yeah.
Can you guys frame up on the Sebastian, on you?
Yeah.
We'll just do like our lips are right next to each other.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yesterday, a billionaire announces on Instagram that his charity foundation is shutting down. No warning, no gradual wind down, just boom, done. But why would someone with billions of dollars suddenly close a foundation that was helping so many people? That's where our story gets juicy. Behind closed doors, a war has been raging, and now the casualties are starting to pile up, and it's all Blake Lively's doing, so here's the tea.
Do you guys bleep this? Go f yourself. What the fuck are you saying? What the fuck are you doing? Not in that order.
On May 3rd, billionaire Steve Sarowitz dropped a bombshell announcement that the Wayfarer Foundation would begin sunsetting effective immediately.
Money magnifies who you already were. Because as a billionaire, I can do anything I want. The movie industry, again, what's happened is people are coming out of a position of fear because they're afraid of losing money, so they're putting all the same movies out there.
That's fancy rich people talk for, we're shutting this whole thing down. The foundation has been supporting tons of charities since 2021, and while they promise to honor existing commitments, they're pulling the plug on everything else. And if you're wondering why a billionaire would suddenly stop giving away money, well, keep listening, because that's where Blake Lively enters the chat. Yeah, that Blake Lively, the one married to Ryan Reynolds, the one who's always serving, looks on red carpets. The foundation didn't come right out and say it, but the timing makes it pretty obvious that this shutdown is connected to her ongoing feud with Justin Baldoni. The ripple effects are going to hit countless nonprofits who are counting on this money.
I'm going to share the breaking news that the Wayfarer Foundation is calling it quits. Now, could this be for liability reasons? Maybe they don't want their foundation to get sucked dry because of the pending lawsuits, and I'm not really sure. Maybe they just realized that it's pulled attention away from their cause. I'm going to read their statement.
When charity becomes collateral damage in celebrity warfare, we all lose. Let me catch you up on what this foundation actually did, because it wasn't just throwing money at random causes for tax write-offs.
We understand that this news may come as a surprise, and we will be actively working over the next several weeks to ensure all matters are concluded with care and attention. With gratitude, Steve Sarowitz, founder, Wayfarer Foundations. So this, of course, has a rippling effect for all the people that didn't have grants, but maybe they were in line to get the next grant, or they were being supported in one way or another. So it's a tough loss. The collateral damage to this ongoing court case. Now, does that mean that they are hemorrhaging funds and they don't have quite enough money? As Blake Lively revealed in her court document, Steve Sarowitz said he would spend $100 million if he needed to defeat Blake Lively.
Founded in 2021 by Sarowitz and filmmaker Justin Baldoni, the Wayfarer Foundation was all about spiritual growth and creating a more peaceful world.
The only place that I can go as a Baha'i are to the writings of the Baha'i faith. in our case, Baha'u'llah, Jesus, Muhammad, Moses, they knew, and they know where we're going.
They were backing programs for economic equality, gender rights, racial justice.
Now, men, I am not saying that everything we've learned is toxic, okay? I'm not saying there's anything inherently wrong with you or me. And men, I'm not saying we have to stop being men. But we need balance, right? We need balance. And the only way things will change is if we take a real honest look.
You know, actually important stuff. These weren't just celebrities doing photo shoots at charity galas. They were putting serious money into serious problems. Now all those initiatives are left hanging because famous people couldn't play nice. Isn't it crazy how an organization founded on unity and equality has been torn apart by Hollywood drama? It's like watching the most depressing irony ever unfold in real time. It's so sad that Blake manipulates apology payments into philanthropy awards, and yet real philanthropy is shutting down due to malicious lies and misuses of the law. So who are the main characters in our drama today? In one corner, we've got Steve Sarowitz, this billionaire tech guy who founded Paylocity and is worth about 2.76 billion with a B. This dude had actually promised to give away $1 billion to charity in his lifetime. Then there's Justin Baldoni, who you might know from Jane the Virgin or from directing those tearjerker movies like 5 Feet Apart. And in the opposing corner, we've got Blake Lively, who went from Gossip Girl to becoming Hollywood royalty with her power couple status alongside Ryan Reynolds. What should have been just another day on a movie set somehow spiraled into this scorched earth campaign that's now costing millions in legal fees and shutting down charities. Like, imagine being so mad at your coworker that you end up destroying a foundation that helps people. That's next level drama. Justin has kids too, something the tabloids seem to conveniently forget while painting this picture. Now let's get into the legal mess, because that's where things get really spicy. All this drama centers around the movie It Ends With Us, where Baldoni was both directing and acting opposite Lively. According to court docs, and trust me, I've read them so you don't have to, Baldoni and his team claim that Lively straight up stole their movie and used threats and extortion during production. By late 2024, the gloves were off. We're talking a $250 million lawsuit against the New York Times, then Lively suing back, and then by January 2025, Baldoni and Sarowitz slapped Lively, Reynolds, and her publicist with a $400 million defamation lawsuit. The legal filings don't mince words, folks. They flat out say, Lively stole Wayfarer's movie, hijacked Wayfarer's premiere, destroyed the Wayfarer party's personal and professional reputations and livelihood, and aimed to drive the Wayfarer parties out of business entirely. That's not typical Hollywood PR spin. That's nuclear-level accusations. This makes me so sad. Blake won't be happy until she's dismantled every aspect of this good man's life. Let's talk money for a second, because the numbers in this fight are insane. Legal experts are saying this battle could be costing upwards of 6 figures a day. That's right, per day. Imagine spending $100 daily just to fight with someone you don't like. There are armies of lawyers combing through everything, building cases, taking depositions. It's like a legal version of the Avengers, except nobody's saving the world. Court documents even claim that Sarowitz said he would spend $100 million if needed to defeat Blake Lively. That's how personal this has gotten. When you're willing to spend 9 figures just to win an argument, something has gone seriously off the rails. I do believe Justin will find justice. I hope he knows how many are rooting for him. Now you might be wondering, why shut down the foundation now? The announcement didn't directly blame the legal battle, but come on, we can all read between the lines. Some people think they're protecting the foundation's assets from getting sucked into the legal black hole. Others think they're trying to distance the charity work from all the negative press. Either way, it's pretty obvious that the legal bills are piling up so high that even a billionaire is rethinking where his money goes. It's like watching a divorce where the kids suffer most, except in this case, the kids are all the nonprofits and people they were helping. The foundation is the innocent bystander in a fight it never asked to join. Credit to Wayfarer for making this statement without even hinting at the evil Blake Lively has done. Of course, social media has been blowing up since the announcement dropped. Supporters on both sides are duking it out online, with hashtags flying like punches at a bar fight. One comment called it the heartbreaking fallout of fake allegations, while others are worried that online discourse has turned from seeking justice to straight up revenge. The internet jury is deliberating hard on this one, with Team Blake and Team Justin forming faster than you can say celebrity feud. If you've been following closely, you might have noticed how the internet is gradually peeling back layers of this story that the carefully crafted PR statements tried to hide. What started as whispers in Hollywood circles has become a full-blown public spectacle with real consequences. It's so sad, but one more way when we get to court, he will be able to prove how this has affected him, while she will only have red carpet, events, SNL, times 100, and movie premieres to show how tough she's had it. Let's zoom out for a second and think about what this all really means. This isn't just about famous people being dramatic. It's about how vulnerable even multi-million-dollar charitable organizations can be when they're tied to celebrities who go to war. All these nonprofits that were doing real good in the world have had their funding yanked because two famous people couldn't work out their differences. The collateral damage extends way beyond Hollywood. This whole situation exposes the fragility of celebrity-backed philanthropy. Today it's the Wayfarer Foundation, but tomorrow it could be any charity with a famous name attached. When personal, vendettas become more important than the causes these foundations claim to care about. Everybody loses. The fact that Blake is a mom plays no role in how I feel about what she has done to Justin. If anything, she has weaponized her role as a mother to garner more sympathy for herself while attacking another parent. However, I will say that creators going too far are hurting Justin's case. We should just keep shining light on the facts. So where does this leave us? The Wayfarer Foundation is done for, despite all the good it was doing. Sarowitz says he's still committed to philanthropy, but let's be real. Structured, organized giving through a foundation is way different from individual donations. Nonprofits that relied on this funding are now scrambling, all because a movie set disagreement escalated into nuclear warfare. This is the dark side of Hollywood that PR teams work overtime to hide from you. As this legal battle rages on, more fallout is inevitable. What started as creative differences has become a cautionary tale about ego, power, and what happens when celebrities put personal vendettas above everything else. The Wayfarer Foundation won't be the last casualty in this war. Mark my words, in Hollywood's Game of Thrones, it's the innocent bystanders who always pay the highest price. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Are you Team Justin or Team Blake? Do you think shutting down a whole charity was necessary? Let the debate begin. Until next time, remember, in Hollywood, the real drama happens when the cameras stop rolling.